Do you think that if you took all the muscle in your body and you put it in your knees, you could jump really super high, or would you just be really good at bending over, like squatting?
All the muscles in my knees?
You are completely Steve Rogers thin, but all of the muscle is purely in your knees. What benefit would that give you?
None. You need muscle in the rest of your body.
No. It's enough to continue. You can still operate as a human being, but
look how I do now, but I have more muscle.
But you have a ton of muscle in your knees. What would that do?
I think it would send me to the hospital. I think I'd have to go to the doctor right away because
you're able to go to the hospital really fast.
Not to be technical, but one, the jumping doesn't come from the knees. It comes from like your calf muscles and things like that.
But it wouldn't affect it at all. You don't think?
I don't think so.
So you could just bend really fast. That's it.
I mean, I'd maybe be an awesome volleyball player because I don't even need the pads on my knees anymore.
That's true.
I can just do those dives like crazy.
So if you just had muscly knees, the most you would get is just like, watch this. Ooh. You could just do that. You just do one of those.
Oh, maybe I'm a really good soccer player. Like I can kick a ball. Like
really. Everybody else is playing soccer, and then you kick it, and the ball just
launches.
Just going.
I mean, the one thing I'd be like, I can be on your team, but I'm not going to be running. Like,
you don't think it would run any faster with really muscly knees?
I don't think so, man.
Really?
I think it'd hinder you more than it would do good.
I'm pretty sure whenever I run, my calves and my thighs hurt. I never my knees. Ugh.
Okay.
No?
When do your knees hurt?
I feel like when I sit like this for too long.
You sit like
this?
So I'm probably better at video gaming.
What about squats?
I know my squats.
Squats would just be really easy.
My knees don't hurt when I squat.
That's true.
You know? My knees hurt when I'm sitting on the couch crisscross applesauce playing video games. So then I could just do that better. Like my knees wouldn't hurt as bad. Because then you get up and I'm like, oh, my knees, oh my gosh. You know?
Welcome everybody to the Arcane Lounge podcast. Welcome Marshall to the Arcane Lounge podcast. Yay! This is our first in-person guest episode because we're all vaxxed up out here, ready to go, and
I ironically already feel the COVID. I can already feel it.
It's already coming over you.
It's already, but now we're here, so.
And you just feel your body attacking it and destroying it, and it just explodes. Yeah.
But I'm drinking Gatorade, and I hear that cures COVID.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Gatorade does cure COVID.
But it's only the ice one. I think that's the one I got.
Ice?
The only
ice.
Icy charge. Because it charges your body to fight.
And then it kills it.
Yep, exactly.
If you've drinking a Gatorade within having COVID, you probably destroyed it. So just keep that out there.
Works,
so,
you know?
Yeah,
That's all you need in life.
Marshall, you want to introduce yourself to the audience who doesn't know who you are, possibly? I meant to prep you before, and then I forgot that I was going to tell you to do this.
I don't know what my introduction is. I'm Marshall Thompson. That's who I am.
Yeah, that's who you are. You're our friend. You play D&D with us sometimes.
I play D&D with you guys. I don't do don't look me on YouTube. I'm not anywhere. No. I don't do any YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
You played Thunder with us.
I played Thunder. Oh yeah. I mean, I did the stream with you guys. What was that, a year ago? 2 years ago?
2 years.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
that was a long time ago.
Sunder is still the longest game we've ever done.
Really?
None of our games have even gotten close to.
Do you just kill all the players all the time?
No, dude, it's crazy. Our
truth comes out. Yes, they're all dead.
I could have swore that our Forgotten Realms games, which is we're playing like all the pre-writtens basically. And we've done Waterdeep Dragon Heist, Curse of Strahd, Ghosts of Saltmarsh, and almost all of Tomb of Annihilation. Still isn't as long as Sunder.
Are you guys? But are you playing? Then you're finishing the story. That's why. That's why. Okay, that makes sense.
But we're doing the whole book, and it's still not as long. Sunder was just so incredibly massive.
Sunder was fun, but also Sunder wasn't like a pre-written adventure, so it was just Jacob's mind, and the story never ends.
It was really just us all hanging out every Friday.
That's really what it was. Yeah,
I mean, really it was.
Okay, answer me this: was Sunder longer than Ember Warriors? I feel like.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
By time, it easily had to been longer than Ember Warriors, which was a home game before we started streaming.
I feel like we played a lot of Ember Warriors, but not for as long as we played Sunder. Yeah. So we would do 15-hour games.
But we only played Ember Warriors. We didn't play it weekly for 5 hours. That's why Sunder's so long. It's because it was every week, and it was 5 hours every week.
Those are the games I miss. So I guess that's one of the things that introduced who I am. We used to play D&D before you were doing YouTube and stuff like that. And it was I miss the games where we just stayed up for 13 hours. And it was just all day long. And it was morning we started and
Marshall is pretty much the reason I know D&D at all. Back when I first started playing, because we talked about the origins of how we got into the game. I played dumb games like two of my friends, and that was it. But it wasn't until I started getting invited to. I was still in high school and you were doing the college group, and then after the college group you guys would go to your apartment and play D&D, and I was like, hey, do you want to come? And I was like, okay. And I would just show up and just like watch, and then like the second time around I was like, hey, can I play? And you were like, yeah man, roll up a character. And I was like, okay.
See,
and you were playing 3.5.
Oh yeah, that's where we started. It was 3.5. Oh my gosh. But I mean, I love 3.5. I have a heart for it. But I remember coming in over to I think it was Brianna's house, and you were playing with some of your friends. And I remember watching you guys play, and I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, what are you?
Oh yeah, it was so wrong.
I don't remember the details, but I remember when you're doing combat, you guys were just rolling, and it was like
what we were doing.
It was like the DM rolled a D20, you rolled a D20, and you guys were like, whoever has the higher number, that's who hits. And I was like, what's going on? What about the armor you're wearing? They're like, oh, that doesn't make a difference. I'm like, well, then what's the point of all the numbers for armor? Like, you're missing out on so much cool stuff. But it was rightly so. I mean, you were just learning from somebody else who didn't know how to play.
We were also rolling D6 for initiative.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was real.
It was so
real
confusing.
Weird. We were just so desperate to play. We were just like, we'll just roll things and figure it out. Like,
yeah. Which I mean, in a sense, to give that credit, like D&D is the game where you can be creative and play it how you want and have fun with it. It's just more fun if you.
Yeah, of course.
But it goes two ways. Like, so I may have introduced you to that, but then you introduced me to 5e, and I was so resistant to it. Because you were like, dude, there's this new version. It's way better. I don't know why I do the voice for you like that. But I was like, no, 3.5 is the way to go. You were like, it's easier, man. I'm like, easier means lamer.
And then I just made you play it. We played it. I don't remember when we played it. Did we do Ember Warriors? That's where we started 5th edition?
5th edition, yeah.
And we were like, let's do it. And we played it.
No.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, it was.
Ember Warriors wasn't 5e, was it?
Yeah,
No, I want to
it
let you
was.
know that Ember Warriors was only a year or two after we started your game.
The only character that I played 3.5 was Sphinx, and I remember when we started Immortals, that was 5e for all of the characters, and then we started Ember Warriors after that.
I think we play a few like little one-shot games or something like that. Because I made Jebediah, and I thought Jebediah, the monk, was 5e. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe you're... Man, I do not remember now.
Do you remember when we fought your Titans? And Jebediah fell inside of his mouth.
That was 5th edition.
Yeah, that was 5th edition, and that was before.
That was before Ember Warriors. You're right.
Yeah,
that was the Inconsistencies games.
I don't think we ever. We never finished it that I'm aware of.
Well, I remember when I did it, and I was like, 5e's kind of fun, right, Marshall?
And I was like, yeah, it's all right, I guess. I mean, like they just put perception, put everything into one group. Like that's not unique anymore. And then as we started playing it, I was like, man, this is way easier than figuring out all your points and all your skills. And it was just like. Oh my gosh.
It takes what I think the cool part is that it takes like 3.5 is really fun. I like all of the detail in it, but I think that what 5th edition really does well is it takes all of that load that your brain is constantly thinking about, all the math and the skills and everything, and you can put it towards the cooler part, which is describing your character, or coming up with cool things for your spells, or more details about your backstory, something like that, which I think, that's a little bit more important sometimes.
and that's not to say that I hate 3.5. I love 3.5. They're all really great. They just have their own pros and cons. They're all super awesome. Yeah,
definitely.
But yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we started.
Good times. And we play we have a 5e game that we play every Thursday with my sister and her husband, which I want to have on the podcast. I keep saying my sister and her husband as if we haven't said their names before, Maddie and Sabin. And then Sabin's dad. And we play that game. And Marshall's
and I play the two.
And Colton.
And Colton.
Yep. And that's
super rad game.
Play Dungeons and Dragons. Pretty fun. So, gosh, what have you been up to?
Oh my gosh. What's up?
Did you get your fence
done?
I
got my fence done. Yeah, they came around and they built a new fence. It's fantastic. It's really nice. It's not falling over anymore.
Weird animals in your yard?
No more weird animals just showing up in my backyard.
That's good.
It was always kind of fun though when I came home and I would see that my shoes were like spread out in my yard, and I was like,
a dog.
What in the world? And I would expect to at least see a dog roaming around. No dog. Just my shoes are everywhere. And I was like, how did this even happen?
Of course.
And then I was learning, the dogs were getting through the fence and just chewing on my shoes and running around.
Yeah.
Like my yard shoes. I don't just leave my own shoes outside. Like it's my my yard work shoes.
Tore up. Who cares? Yeah.
But yeah. Fence was done. That's really cool.
That's awesome.
Work is boring right now.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Work is works real boring.
But I don't know. Not much is going on. It's pretty chill.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I'm real hyped because we're getting the stream setup going, and we're gonna start that real soon. And we were setting up the camera ceiling mounts, which was a lot more of a pain than I thought it was gonna be, but we got it done. And this setup is going to look so much more professional than in any merit
This
for
setup?
whatever we're doing. Not this one, the
No,
one
no,
up there.
there.
Oh,
That one,
okay.
with Abram's table and
Dude,
with,
yes.
it's going to look so sick, and we're going to just ruin it.
Have you not had that table
stupid ass games?
in your streams yet?
No.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You guys are in
we've
for
had
a
it in a
treat. It's
couple
really
of-
cool.
Videos, but like that's about it. Yeah, it's awesome.
It's a really cool table.
Abram is Saban's dad, and he custom built it. And I was like, I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this. And he was like, okay, I'll do it. And it's got cup holders and cubbies
That's cool.
and wires, holes for the bottom, and plugs, and a little area for the DM that has like a little cupboard for books. And yeah, it's so sick.
And didn't you say you got like new cameras or mics for your
Yeah.
streams
We
and
have
stuff
both
like that?
cameras
So
and mics.
Did you
got
see them?
DS
They're mounted in the ceiling.
I did not look.
Oh.
We got DSLRs, so we're no longer using shitty webcams from 40 feet away. We've now got like actual cameras, like that one,
Mhm.
and we've also got pack mics. So
Oh, you already told me about that. Yeah.
those will be wireless. So we'll pretty much there will be no wires on the table, which is going to be really really nice. And what I'm hoping is that it's just like now we can just focus on the game. We don't have to be like, there's stuff everywhere we're constantly dealing with. So
It's cool, man. You guys, the streams are so cool. I always loved
Thanks,
your
man.
like layout and the structure of it, and
appreciate it.
it just is so cool. It's really fun.
Thanks.
So-
Well, all right. We have a couple segments we're doing today
Yeah.
on the podcast. So
Which one do you want to do first?
we have a couch now, guys. Look, we've had this. It's just
Nice.
in here now. So yeah. We got some questions from people over on Twitter. Thanks everybody for asking some questions. Are you just put them on this?
Yeah.
Thanks, Craig. I'm reading from the Middle Earth Mirkwood campaign setting. All right. So, what's an RPG or video game that has made you emotional? I don't remember who asked this question, but somebody asked that one.
An RPG or a
Video game
Or just
that has
video
made
game.
you emotional.
made me emotional.
I
A lot.
I
of
have an
video games
answer
that
right
made
away.
me emotional.
Witcher 3 when Geralt finds Ciri.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dagger to
Yeah.
her.
When for
For a
400-year-old
10-year-old
game, it's when he thinks she's dead,
Yeah.
and he runs in, and it's just all music. You don't hear any sound, and it's just like the violin, and he
Mhm.
runs in, and he holds her. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's so sad.
Big.
It's like the first time you see him like sad, like the whole game he's just like, damn, you're ugly, and that's him the whole time, and then that's the one moment where it's like,
I don't know if I'm just heartless. I don't think I've ever been emotional from a video game.
God of War?
Like sad. Oh man. Okay. Take it back. You're right. Good call. Man.
I was gonna say God of War.
Yeah,
man.
God of
that
War.
One, that one opens up, and you're like,
Oh. Just the whole game, God of
Dude,
War.
it's so
All their
good.
conversations between father and son, and then like at the end, I'm just like, dude, what? I even called my girlfriend. I was like, dude, you got to see this video game. And she's not a video gamer at all. Like
Yeah.
she appreciates my nerd world.
Yeah.
Yeah, nerdness. But I was telling her about the game, and she's like, "This sounds like I'm gonna cry if I watch you play this game." I was like, "You're probably going to."
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Red Dead 2 definitely was real sad. I was real sad at that one at the end. That sucked. And then there's one I was really, really emotional, and I can't remember. It's like I'm like, this is the game I've cried at the most. Like, what the hell?
I don't
Trying to
know.
think. Yeah, it's hard. I don't cry as much at video games as I do movies. Movies are much more like, gut wrenching. But like, I think God of War is one of them. Oh, The Last of Us, both of them, both
Man,
the first and the second
Last of Us is pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty strong. And I wouldn't say it got me emotional, but it tugs in your heart a little bit, you know.
Definitely. You feel it.
Yeah.
Is there what was it? An RPG? Is there any, extending off of this question? Is there ever like a game of D&D that you've been like really emotional at?
No, I don't think I have.
Really?
Really? I mean, it's not to like discredit your storytelling or what everybody does.
No.
It's just I think I'm more like whenever it does get emotional, like the story and whatever's going on, it just gets me like hyped up. Like, oh, this is so much fun. This is so rad.
cool.
It's going so well.
Yeah. I've never gotten
Spencer.
super emotional as a player because I think I'm kind of like that. But as a dungeon master, I've been like,
Yeah.
when certain things
I've seen you.
are happening. Yeah, I've definitely cried on stream a couple times before. Oh no, I did as a player once, but I was kind of acting it, and I wasn't actually sad. I was like, I wanted to play myself being sad.
Yeah.
It was when we came back to life in
As
Tesseract,
Ket, yeah.
and Ket was like crying because he was dead, and then came back and he thought that he'd lost, and then he found out everything he knew was destroyed. So he was pretty sad. But like Jacob wasn't super sad. It was just him. That was real real sad. I think the most actual sad I've ever been was, this is hard. Dang. What about you? Do you have one?
I cry all the time.
I was gonna say Spencer's got to have so many.
Yeah.
What's the one that made you the most emotional though?
I think the end of Sunder was pretty.
I was gonna say the end of Sunder was pretty sad.
What part about it was super?
Oh, when Neelix died.
Oh, Neelix.
That's it.
I think that made me cry, dude. That was such a bad day because
the last time that Neelix died, he died
say, which
time.
Not the first one. The first one was like got turned to dust.
Yeah.
The second time when you were leaving the game and he died, that was why did we go to Quiznos in the middle of that game? My stomach hurt so bad and I was like, this sucked so much. And then like you were leaving, I was just like sitting there like I was so emotionally upset.
That was so much fun. I loved it.
The end of Sunder was sad because of Atlantica dying. That was like, ouch. There was another one that I was thinking of. Claz dying was really sad.
Yeah, that was sad.
Because Vincent just felt like he failed Olivier, because that was the one thing that she asked was make sure that my kids don't die. And then Claz died. I don't think I actually cried in that moment, but I felt terrible.
You know what actually made me emotional? I can remember now. Who was Olivier's like?
Oh, Gray.
Gray, yeah. That dude, that bummed me out.
Yeah.
Like that was rough.
Yeah.
Rough seeing him go.
That whole arc was rough.
Yeah.
With Krieg.
Yeah. Like, what were you going through in your life at that time, man? Because you were just writing some deep story.
I was going through you guys, and you guys all being angry at each other. And be like, I'm going to make one asshole that aligns all of you. And I'm just going to shit in all of your dinners.
Nudging Spencer. I'm like, is Jacob going through something right now? Like, is he
real angry?
Is he just projecting all of his life issues onto D&D? Like,
you're like saying that. I'm like, anyways, he holds up a piece of your brother's skin, and he goes, ha 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 ha. He did that, actually. That was real. Yeah. He was like, go Turk, suck it.
That was gnarly. That was so gnarly.
I always get really emotional when it's like two characters talking and one of them, and the conversation is really emotional and what they're saying, like it always gets me when it's like, I know why that character's saying that and why that character's saying that. And when people get really into the role playing, it's like, they're really speaking from like the truth and heart of their character. That will like always get me. It's always just like, it's so cool.
I feel like we had a lot of those in Sunder. I feel like there was a lot of like, oh no, sorry, I was thinking Ember Warriors. I feel like Ember Warriors had a lot of that too. Mm-hmm. Like both, I guess both games. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of just like heartfelt conversations.
Yeah, for real.
It was intense.
Yep. But what's the one movie?
The one movie?
That will always make you cry. Oh, man. Lord of the Rings doesn't count.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that end.
Because that's just what I would say, but I want to actually say
Frodo's smile at the end of Return of the King.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Gandalf's smile when he wakes up and he's like, and he's laughing. Remember that? Remember at the end of Return of the King?
That makes you cry?
No. I'm just pointing it out. I just think it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, when Gandalf's weird mouth close-up shot shows up, I cry every time.
Elrond, when his face just comes in.
People say the beginning to Up will always make them cry. Maybe I just haven't seen it in a while, but like I was like, I'm like, that's sad, but it doesn't make me cry. Maybe it would now because I'm an adult.
It does make me sad, but yeah, that's not one that makes me cry at all. My go-to answer for this one has been a long time has been Forrest Gump. Like Forrest Gump makes me cry.
Oh, dude.
Like I struggle with that. But then again, today we were watching Saving Private Ryan. And just that, man, I forgot how many scenes are in that movie that just make me like,
yeah.
That one's hard. This is a dumb answer. It's dumb, but I think it's because it's so nostalgic for me, which is why I think it makes me cry. But Toy Story 3 always makes me cry, and I think it's the ending. I think it's the fact that like all of them accept death when they're about to get burned by the trash incinerator, and they're constantly escaping throughout the movie, and then there's this moment where they like stop and they just like. They just grab each other's hands and just go, this is where we die. And I'm like, what the hell? I don't remember how old I was when that movie came out. I think it was like 13 or 14. I saw it in the theaters and I was just like, cry every time. Yeah. It's so sad.
And that's not, I gotta say, I feel like I've heard that from a lot of people though. I hear like people say Toy Story 3, that one will make me cry. That one's really rough.
So sad.
So that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3 is 10 years old.
Whoa! It came out when I was 11.
2010.
No, I'm not 21. I'm 23. I was 13. Yeah, I was
All
13.
right. Good job.
I remembered how old I was.
Yeah.
I was
you forget,
close to that age.
Were you?
Nope, not really.
Dang, 10 years old. Wow, that's crazy.
Spencer?
I don't
Makes you
know.
cry.
Anyone.
Eddie,
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say, I don't know, I don't really cry, and I was like, that's baloney.
No. We watched the first Avenger, Captain America, the first Avenger the other day, and I cried like a baby. I've seen that movie 10 times. I cried.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption 2.
Really?
With what's the guy, the old guy, when he gets
Morgan
out?
Freeman?
No, the other old guy. He gets out. And,
Oh,
and then he kills himself.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. I want to say it starts with a B. It's like
Yeah,
Ben
I can't remember.
or Benjamin.
But that guy, and it's like he can't find a life in the real world anymore. And he
hangs himself.
Oh,
in
and
the-
speaking of killing yourself, Dead Poet Society also makes me cry every time.
That's really good.
Oh my gosh! Not only that part, but at the end when they all stand on their desks.
Oh man,
Oh my
there's
God.
so many Robin Williams movies. Like,
Well,
have you
now
seen-
they'll make you cry.
Yeah.
You can watch Miss Doubtfire, and you'll be like,
I remember when he used to dress that way.
yeah.
Have you seen Patch Adams?
No,
Oh my gosh, that movie so sad.
really.
It's so
Jeez.
sad. Oh, okay. A movie that makes me cry is have you ever seen Awakenings? It's old movie. It's got I think it's Dustin Hoffman. I want to say Robin Williams, and it's it's Robert De Niro, and he's basically like he has mental health. He has like a disability where he can't speak and he's slow or something, and they find a drug that they think is gonna like bring him back to like. That sounds inappropriate, but the normal function, and it does bring him back, but the drug starts fading away, and he starts going back to himself, and it's horrible.
Oh
It's
my
so
gosh.
sad. It's so rough.
Just pure pain.
Yeah.
Oh.
That one's really hard.
Yeah, I think both of those definitely. There was something else I was gonna say, but I forgot what it was. Was it something that you were gonna? Oh, I was gonna say I don't as much anymore, but like the first 2 or 3 times, definitely the first time, and then the second time when I watched it on the plane because I was super loopy. But Endgame, when the On Your Left, the first time I saw it, I had no idea because I didn't have spoilers, and I was just weeping the entire time. And now I'm like, that's cool. But like when I first watched it, I was like,
I mean, the end of Endgame always makes me tear up. Just the whole funeral and everything. It's just like, oh man, this is rough.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Yeah.
So.
Do you know what I hate about Endgame now, though? Just immediately jump into what I hate.
Let's just
now.
jump into some.
I'm starting to realize how much I didn't like the ending for Steve for Captain America.
Why not?
Because I think if you just start thinking about it, his best friend is Bucky Barnes, right? And not only has Captain America accepted that he can't be with Peggy anymore, like he's not only been to her funeral, but she knows that she's gone. And his new purpose in life, he finds a new purpose after the snap, and it's to help these people.
That's what you're saying.
And then he gets Bucky back, his only friend that he's ever had, and he's like, "See ya," and he just leaves all of them behind. Not only to leave them all behind, but be in the past and live through the knowledge that he has now, which is my friend is getting brainwashed right now, and I'm gonna do nothing about it. Not only that, I'm gonna sit in this house and do absolutely nothing so that nobody knows my existence just so I can have Peggy. What?
I mean, okay, some of it makes sense that he doesn't go because the whole thing was about we can't go in the past and screw things up.
Yeah.
So like he's probably going like I can't go there and save Bucky because that would screw up everything.
But there's so much. There's more than that. Like, is he sitting around like September 11th like,
I know.
like it's so stupid.
Like,
Think about it.
Well, think about how evil that makes her. Does he tell her that he came from the future and he's back? And then she's like, "Did you know that was going to happen?"
Yeah.
It's like you don't know.
Well, I did, but I wasn't going to say anything about it. She's like,
JFK got shot today.
yeah, did you know about that?
He's like, I can't say anything.
That was Bucky. He did that.
Yeah, it is Bucky. Canonically, it's Bucky.
I think it is.
So like that day, he's just like, something weird's about to happen today, and I just can't talk about it.
Like basically, we're saying there's no way their marriage would have worked. Like
Yeah.
there's no way.
I think that the writers didn't they confirm that he's in like an alternate
that
timeline?
it's 2 timelines.
Yeah.
But it's like, how did he get back to the original timeline?
He uses the thing
The
that
pin
Stark
particles?
made. That Stark made.
Okay, he uses the Pym particles to come back to give Sam the shield.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know this.
Wait.
Yeah, it has to be because the shield gets destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when he fights Thanos and it's like broken? The shield is broken. He can't get it remade, but he gives a brand new one to Sam. So it has to be a different timeline where he gets it.
But you're saying that he went back and then at the end when he's an old man, he's chilling there. He came back, like he
used the Pym particles to come back to give Sam the shield.
How do we know that?
The thing that
you're saying that's
that
what...
Stark makes, I think they explain that it will bring them back to their reality, and it'll keep them in that. But I don't know how that really works.
I don't know. I've heard rumors.
Confusing.
I don't know if this is true that the Russos said that it's a different timeline that Steve lives, and we just don't know what happened. So he could have been going around saving everybody in the past. I just still think it's weird. I just think in comparison that Tony Stark got such a good ending, and then he's just like, it's like so confusing and weird. It's just
there's so many loopholes basically, and it's like
the worst part about it is it's just very clearly like they're just writing him out, and it's like, man, it's so lame.
And it doesn't make sense because if you use the Pym particles to come back, why is he an old man? Why didn't he just come back, give him the shield, and then just go back and be like,
exactly,
I'm good, I'm done. Like. So many things that are not explained doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
but I think you leave happy for him though, because you're like, he's out.
Have you seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier yet?
No, I haven't. I've heard it's
I will
really good.
keep my mouth shut.
Very good.
It's pretty good.
Loved it.
It made me not hate the ending as much.
I think the villain is the worst part about the show. At the end of it, the flag smashers, I think they were just okay.
I think they're neat.
They were the weakest part, but they weren't awful. They weren't terrible. So
you should watch it.
Yeah, you should just watch it. It's real good. It's real good.
It's all out, so you can just binge it.
Where can it be found?
It's
Disney
on
Plus.
Disney Plus.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. All right. That was one question.
One question.
It also has my favorite MCU villain in it. So
your favorite MCU villain?
Zemo.
Helmet Zemo.
I don't know who that is.
He's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy in Civil War. He's the Sokovian dude.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And he's the one that he's behind the glass thing, and he shows Tony Stark that Bucky killed his parents, and he's like, and then Black Panther, he's gonna kill himself, and Black Panther goes, "No, Christ." This is the third time we've referenced suicide in today's podcast episode.
I'm trying to be a little more positive on.
Ike asks, are there any aspects of world building that you think are underrepresented or you want to see more often? That's a good question.
I think that it is really cool when DMs put languages that are made for their world, like how in your world and a part of it, there are like a groups of elves that have like their own languages because they haven't really gone out into the world, and only a few of them actually know common, and they kind of just talk to each other. I thought that was really cool. And
Thanks.
I know like Matt Mercer has a few in his world, I think.
Oh, you talking like there's common, but then there's also Zemnian, and it's kind of like German.
That I think that's neat too. But doesn't he have an area specific language, or am I just not?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I know in your world you do. I thought that was super cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I really like when I was gonna say I really like when certain at least dungeon masters for world building, they really flesh out their magic system, but then they don't explain it. So it's like the dungeon master knows how the magic works, and it's different for their world, and then they adaptively kind of make it work throughout the rest of the game. I think that's really cool. I think Tyler, and I don't know because I never learned, but I think you did that for your game.
Yeah, but my game's a little different like that.
Tyler did that too with his game. He has like these gems that are basically where the magic comes from, and we like slowly kind of uncovered that. I think that's really cool. I'm real lazy when it comes to that. I just go the weave.
It just happens that way. No, I agree with you. I do like that too, because I think that's a really cool concept where you take things that already exist in D&D and then you go, I'm going to do a little tweak to it, and it's specific to my world. Like that, it works this way in that world. And I feel like people would probably say, oh, but that's not how it's written in the player's handbook. That's not. But that's the whole point is be creative about it. Like do something different. That's pretty, I think that's really underrated. Yeah.
I would also say halves of other races. I really want more of those, because we got half orc, and then like tiefling, which kind of like sort of they're not really half demons. They're just born of a demonic bloodline. But like, what about half orc but the other half is an elf. Or they have like new half kobolds now, don't they? In the new Unearthed Arcana. Mm-hmm. What about like half
Dragonborn?
Half Dragonborn, or just any of them, any mixture of those races? Because they mention it in the book. They go like some humans in most of the world of like the Forgotten Realms, at least, like they don't look like our humans. Some of them have altered ears. Some of them have different skin colors, and it's because of the mixtures of all of the different races. And I think that's super interesting. That could be really interesting.
That would be really cool. Do like half dwarves, somebody who's just like kind of stocky, but he's just a little bit taller.
Exactly. Well, those existed in freaking Tolkien.
Yeah.
What is it?
Feely and Keely
are half human, half dwarf. Yeah. And then Thorin is half elf, half dwarf. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is like, what are we doing? Cool. What are we doing out here not adding this into our games? We only have humans and orcs.
Mallory was half dwarf.
Yeah, and everybody was like, that's weird.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
It shouldn't have been weird. It should have been okay.
Well, it just makes sense. I mean, those things would totally exist in the world. Like,
exactly.
I'm sure that's happening somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think the only one that the PHB is like, this probably can't happen, is a human and a halfling, because they're.
I get
the halfling.
Physically
work.
Yeah, I feel like the halflings get to stay over here. They can't. They only make other halflings.
Yeah.
Because that's how kind of how they are.
I don't know if I agree with that. Are you saying little people can't?
I mean, they can.
I mean,
like
no,
basketball
they
players?
totally can.
I mean,
it just. All right.
Having children together would be difficult.
If Yao Ming wants to fall in love with a little person, I think that's what you guys know. Yao Ming is.
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'm like, what?
Yao Ming is a basketball player. He's like 7'2".
Massively... I do know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Massively tall.
He's like really, really super tall.
Huge.
He's like 9 feeters. I don't know. How tall is that guy?
Yeah.
7'2".
7'2".
He's a hill giant, I think, basically.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, there are half ogres. Yeah. And that's in Baldur's Gate 3. There's a little building you can walk into in Baldur's Gate 3, and there's a bugbear and a... Is it a hobgoblin? I thought it was a bugbear.
Oh, it is a bugbear.
It's a bugbear and an ogre, and you can hear like moaning, and you're like, what? And you go in there, and they're like, you interrupted. And you're like, what?
Oh my goodness.
And they try to kill you.
And rightly so. How dare you?
Yeah. So
thanks
for that.
Stay out of the caves.
Appreciate that one. That's real nice.
Yao Ming is 7'6".
7'6", dude. That is so tall.
How tall is the dude that plays the mountain?
Let me find out. Yao Ming is also 310 pounds.
Oh my god!
What? Wow.
That's
just how tall he is. His weight just redistributes
insane,
upon his body.
It's so crazy.
I mean, has he gained weight in his years or something like that? I mean, that's a lot of weight for 7 feet.
That's so crazy.
I'm
always like, wow, Logan's tall. Imagine seeing a dude that's 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
No.
Wouldn't that be gnarly?
I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name.
Yeah.
But he is 6'9".
6'9".
Okay.
He's really tall.
Yeah.
That dude's 7. That's insane.
He weighs 452 pounds.
Oh, yeah. He's a big boy.
That's a little different story.
Nearly 2 Yao Mings.
Oh my god.
I have a friend that's tall.
Yeah?
I have a friend that's tall.
I do. I have a friend that's tall. You're like playing basketball.
That was Tom Segura.
Yeah.
Dumb jokes.
Today, someone on Twitter was like, how does Logan, like Wolverine, run? Because wouldn't his skeleton be really heavy? But I don't know, like, what his skeleton weighs.
Isn't it plated?
Is it plated?
I think it's not pure adamantine.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I think they're plated.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not solid metal. Also, adamantium is supposed to be like vibranium, isn't it? It's supposed to be like a little
I don't know.
So that'd be really funny though. He's just like clank.
Yeah, it's like
a
totally different story. Of like
that sound when he's fighting the lady with like the nails that are adamantine, and he like injects her
Lady
with it.
Deathstrike.
He like in one of the movies he like injects her with the like syringe of it, and she sinks to the bottom of that pool. The little like thunk sound that. It's really it's satisfying.
It's the grab.
We just recently rewatched all the X-Men movies.
So I did have a question, and this is way out of our little thing, but I'm just curious. I don't know if you've done this before or talked about this, but like if certain characters were D&D characters, so like Wolverine. If Wolverine was D&D, what would he be?
Wolverine? Oh my god. Well, there's
Fighting?
some abilities that there's a guy on YouTube that actually does this. Some of you probably are screaming his name. His name's Tulok the Barbarian. He makes videos where he takes characters and he builds them in D&D.
That's cool.
And like makes them out of characters. And I think he did Wolverine. I'm not really sure what it is.
I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can find it.
I know that there is a fighter subclass that gives you regenerative, you can regenerate like 10 health every turn or something like that. So
I wonder if
but I mean, realistically, Wolverine's probably a barbarian if we're going character-wise.
That's what I was thinking. I think he's a barbarian.
I think he's a barbarian.
Yeah.
He's real tough,
that makes sense.
real hard to kill, and my man, it gets real angry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now what race?
He's just a human.
You think
Right?
he's human? I always felt like he was a dwarf.
Oh, if he was going to be a fantasy race.
Yeah, if he's going to be a fantasy race.
Interesting.
If he's a D&D character, how would you make him?
Isn't his actor a little short?
Like,
Be a dwarf.
Well, no, Wolverine is short.
Yeah.
What is
Wolverine
Wolverine's
is
canonical
actually-
height, Craig?
I can do
5'4".
that too.
5'6".
I can tell you
That's
he
my
weighs 300 pounds with it
Whoa.
with his skeleton.
Oh.
wow.
Okay, so he's real. He's
a
real
little,
heavy.
He's a little heavy.
He's dense. Dense
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
He's 5'3".
Yeah.
He's shorter than
Yeah.
me.
He's shorter than me.
Wolverine's short, dude. He's really short.
I-
Okay,
no
he's a
idea.
dwarf.
He's shorter
He's
than
definitely
I
a dwarf.
and he's got a great constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
Mhm.
And he's a hairy dude.
Yep.
You know what I
That's
mean?
Yeah.
true.
I feel like he's a
Dwarf barbarian.
Dwarf
Dwarf barbarian.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
And he has like knives.
That's cool.
You didn't
Yeah.
ask, but he only weighs 195 without the adamantine.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
So
he's-
it doesn't add that much.
He is much heavier because of the adamantine.
It adds 100 pounds. That's
Yeah.
Sorry, adamantium.
Adamantium.
Adamantine's D&D. Adamantium
Yeah.
is Marvel.
If he had
That's
adamantine
crazy.
claws, that wouldn't go too well for him. I don't know
Well,
if
it's kind of the same in D&D. It's just unbreakable metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then vibranium is different. Vibranium is metal that's unbreakable, not entirely, but
it
also
absorbs vibration.
it absorbs
Kinetic energy.
kinetic energy basically.
Yeah.
And it's really, really, really light.
Yeah.
That's why Captain America's shield doesn't obey physics at all because of the vibranium.
Mhm.
But I always thought Bucky's arm was vibranium. It's not. It's just an alloy. It's just really strong metal.
It is now though.
It is now.
I was
His
like, isn't
new-
it now?
His
Isn't
new
it?
one is
Yeah.
vibranium from Wakanda, but yeah. Anyways, that was a tangent.
I was gonna say something. Nah.
All right, we're good.
Nah.
So we have
Good
another segment planned.
Oh, we want to do that?
Yeah,
We wanna
let's do
that?
it.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
So we bought this the Truth or Dab by Hot Ones, and it came with this hot sauce, and I thought it'd be really fun to play the game. But then I read through the game, and I don't think it's very appropriate for
For the
this.
podcast, in person.
Well,
might be
it
kinda
could be,
fun,
but I don't have enough time to sift through questions.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Craig,
Hello.
our lovely little helper over here, got us some questions that he's gonna ask.
I
And
do.
if we get the question wrong, we're gonna do a little dab.
Oh, no.
Yeah, why don't I hand you these guys?
I also have some chips.
So we're just stealing content from First
You
We
want
Feast.
chips?
Sorry, guys.
No, I'll do.
You'll do a little nugget?
I'll do nugget.
Okay, we might
Yeah.
run out of nuggets, but
Okay. So I got 3 categories here.
okay.
We got Lord of the Rings.
Oh, boy.
We have 5th edition, and then we have Marvel. So
Okay.
it's fitting that we all kind of
Okay.
talk about that anyway.
All right.
I think
Where do you want to start?
as much knowledge as I have, I think I have the least knowledge in D&D, even though I play it so much. There's just so much that I think that I want to do that one first because I don't
D&D?
want to be sitting over here dying of spiciness.
Okay.
So we're starting with Dungeons
With-
and Dragons?
D&D.
Okay,
Okay.
D&D. All right, cool.
Okay.
All right.
I
Let's
appreciate
do
your
this.
humility, but I very much doubt it.
What? No.
And
No, it's gonna
just
go
pulling
very
the
poorly.
plastic off of this earlier, I got a little bit of spice in my mouth. It's pretty interesting.
If you think it's spicy,
This
I
is
am
not
gonna
gonna go
die.
well.
No,
this is gonna
I
go
said it was
really bad.
interesting. I didn't
That's
say
a
it was
good point,
hot.
though.
Interesting. Okay.
We should have a
Smells like baby
system.
food. Can I smell it?
Yeah, doesn't smell that bad. A system?
You might want to veto one,
Oh, it
Veto
smells good.
one.
where if you're not sure, you get a pass.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it might be,
That's-
you
All
may
right.
not get through all of
Smell it.
these.
Wait. So is the plan if we get it wrong, then we like,
Oh, yeah, you gotta
Do a
have
little
it.
We
dab.
gotta do a
and
little.
we're gonna do multiple times.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
So
god.
So
You
you should
get a
get
veto.
you should get a veto just in case you don't.
What
feel
about
like
a
you
veto
wanna start.
per,
It smells good, though.
per
Oh,
category?
Perfect. I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
I have at least 4.
Okay.
I don't know. Kind of.
It
Like,
doesn't smell too bad, right?
I don't know,
It
it
kinda
reminds me
burned
of
my
the
nose here a
smell
little
of the
bit.
lint in my belly button.
Oh, why do you smell it?
Why is it spicy?
Why is it full?
It's just the smell it reminds me
I
of.
would put this on eggs.
By the way, we got this at Target, so
Yeah,
if you
it
want to
was
buy
like
this for yourself, it's at
$20
Target.
if you
Yeah.
want to join
I'm
in
so
with
nervous.
us.
Okay. To start, this is a layered question, so I'm gonna
Okay.
give you each one. You have to answer to me.
Cool.
Okay.
For Jacob,
Oh boy.
what is the max number of damage? You don't have to give me the number that the damage die a rogue can get at max level.
Okay.
Hang on. For you, I'd like you to tell me the max amount of dice a magic missile can have. Marshall, how many dice can a paladin smite with?
Oh my gosh. So
yeah.
we're talking sneak attack.
Okay.
Sneak attack damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Generic damage. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. How many do you think it is?
How many or the dice?
If they are max level, how many do they roll if they succeed?
Oh shoot.
Because just for reference, I think it starts at like 2 or 3.
10d6.
Yes.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Oh my gosh!
10d4.
No.
No.
11d4.
11?
11?
Oh, it's
3
4.
plus 9.
3 plus 9.
Because it's
Oh,
3 at
yeah.
first level, and then
Yeah.
every level above is another
I
missile.
thought I did that. I don't think. Oh no, I'm a dummy. I know what I did.
I can tell you right now I'm going to be eating because I've never played Paladin and I don't know very much about him at all. But shoot.
What is it? The max number of smites?
Max
The
number
number of dice they can use.
dice they can. I mean, are we thinking like if he rolls a crit?
No. Just
Oh, okay,
standard.
okay.
Standard.
I
If
thought
you were
that'd
to
make a
smite,
difference.
of
I still
course.
don't know.
Okay.
But I'm going to throw a guess out there. For smite, man, I don't know. I'm gonna say 12.
No. 6.
Oh shoot!
Dang,
Way off.
6.
68.
Way off.
68. Shoot.
That was Colin's.
Have fun, guys.
Yeah. Oh.
You also get to veto if you want to. You can veto if you feel the need.
I mean, I'm gonna
Per-
try it.
Per
I'm gonna-
There
category.
you go.
I'm gonna do the dab thing first.
Is that good? You guys think that's good?
Yeah, there you go. That was delicious. Yum.
I'm gonna split it in
Have
half.
fun.
I was gonna say I'm gonna split my little nugget in half too.
And then do a little dip.
It's just.
Well, dip it. Oh my
Dippy.
god. Why you dip it like that? Mmm.
I'm gonna put this on the side. That way I can do a
Yeah,
little
that's
dip.
good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Well, I feel like in honor of
A little dab.
hot ones.
I'm so sorry. You guys have to hear me crunch. That's disgusting.
Sorry, audio.
I know that's a
everybody
very small
listeners.
dab, but
It's not
I'm scared.
You have to go through a lot, so.
Is it hot?
No.
No? Really? To you? All right.
Okay.
Is it good?
I wish the nuggets were warm.
Well, oh well. They've been sitting over there cooling. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Let's do Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah.
Unless you guys
Yeah.
want to
The
pick.
second bite was a little.
It's up to you.
Okay.
You know? It's like there's such a small amount, and it spread so much.
Oh!
It spread so much.
You
That
good?
Gatorade's coming in clutch now.
Wow, it
This-
did taste good. Oh, it's in my nose. Oh.
Do not touch your eyes. Do not touch your eyes. This is another layered one.
Okay.
I want to start with Marshall.
Okay.
How many members are in the Fellowship? Spencer. How many? I want you to name me the races that are in the Fellowship and in the Hobbits. So both Fellowships combined. I want the name of every dwarf in the Hobbit.
You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! Oh!
Okay.
Okay.
I think I
Can I
can.
have
So
a piece-
I will say it again. Yes, you can.
Can I have
Here's a piece of paper. Marshall, I need how many members were in the first Fellowship. Yours is I want every race in both.
Oh no!
So I want them specially. So I want you to tell me specifically in Fellowship what races are present, and then again for the Hobbit. And then Jacob, I need every name of the dwarf.
No! Oh no! Oh no! No, it's not gonna help me. I don't think I can do it, but I can try.
I'm like writing
Okay.
down their names over here. No, I'm supposed to
Yeah.
see.
Marshall, you should go first.
Okay, I think you guys. I know the internet world's gonna hate me for not knowing this. They're gonna be like, "How dare you not know?" What I'm working with, I'm gonna say 10.
9.
Who?
Give me this chance.
Who
to
did you
Oh, sorry,
count?
sorry. What?
Who did you count? You got Frodo.
I got Frodo and Sam.
Yeah.
Aragorn. Legolas. Gimli.
Yep.
Boromir.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Wait. I'm forgetting the other halflings' names. Pippin and what's his name? Well, I don't have to know their names, do I?
No.
No.
Mary.
It's Pippin.
Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, how do I even get to 10?
You're only missing one.
Frodo, Sam. Gandalf is not a part of it. No, he's not.
He is.
Oh,
Yeah.
he may have a technicality. I don't know that for sure. I just counted.
He's the one that calls them the Fellowship of the Ring, but he is not.
No, Elrond calls them the Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, you're right. But still, how did I get to 10? I forgot who I left out.
You can count Bob the pony.
Gollum. He's not a part of the Fellowship.
I was like, Gollum's not there.
Bob. It is
I got
9.
to 10 then.
I will double check to be sure for you though.
Do you want the specifics? of,
No,
like,
no.
half-races
I just
for-
need to tell me what each consists of.
Okay.
Oh.
But you ain't getting off with wizard.
I know.
I know.
Okay.
Wizard.
What was your question?
What their races are called.
Who's racist?
In both the
Fellowship.
fellowship and then also again in the
Okay.
other one.
So
Wait, do you have a question?
yeah,
I have to name all the dwarves.
from The Hobbit.
I can try. I'm gonna try to go for it right now.
Okay.
Go for it.
Are you ready?
Hang on. Gotta switch over to my other
All
time.
right. So
Go.
we've got
Spencer, count for
Thorin.
me.
We've got Thorin, Feely, Keely, Bomber, Dory. Ah, son of a bitch.
You're doing well.
There's 8 more.
Yeah.
Forgetting a big one.
I'm forgetting a big one.
2 big
Oh,
ones. And then after that.
Ballin.
Mhm.
There's one of them. He has a really funny name. We kept making fun of it every time we were watching the movie. It's Bofa. Bofa these nuts. That's one though. His name is Bofa.
Sure, I'll give you that one.
Is one of them what? I'm
You're
not-
forgetting a big one.
a big one?
Yeah,
Big
you
one.
are. You are.
Gloin.
There you go. After that,
That's Gimli's dad. And then there's like, yeah, no, I'm out. There's like Beefy, Bongo, Biddle, and Bumper. I don't remember. Who am I missing?
Owen?
Owen?
O-I-N. How do you pronounce it?
Owen?
Owen. There you go.
Whatever.
Ori.
Ori. Okay.
Biffer.
Biffer.
Nori.
And Dory?
Nori.
Nori. Who
Yeah.
the hell? All right.
Nori's the one I
Let's do
think
this.
with the horn.
Oh, he's the one with the horn.
Biffer's the one with the
Of
axe in
course.
his head.
Oh, he doesn't talk. Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Right. Give me one, Marshall.
I'm gonna-
Hand
I'm
it
gonna-
over.
Do my little dab here.
Well, give me a whole one.
Let me double check real fast for you though.
I
Marshall.
mean, I still got it wrong. I mean,
While you
dang it. That's
No, he's wrong.
make sure it's not 10.
Why would it be 10?
Who knows? Bob the pony could count.
Bob?
9 companions. I shall name you the Fellowship of the Ring.
Okay, you want mine? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Gandalf is a Maiar.
Mm-hmm.
Legolas is an elf.
Mm-hmm.
Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin are hobbits.
Mhm.
Gimli is a dwarf. Aragorn is a Dunedain. He's a half elf.
Oh.
And then
nice.
most of the second are just dwarfs.
Mhm.
And then Thorin is a half elf, half dwarf. And Feely and Keely are half human, half dwarf.
Oh.
Okay.
That's.
It's very good.
Is there another one?
Missing one.
So bad.
Huh? Oh, and then Gandalf's in the second one too. He's a Maiar.
Uh-huh. And
And
Yeah, no, dude.
Bilbo is,
There you go.
is a hobbit.
You got
I
there.
almost forgot about Bilbo.
Why did I bite it tongue first?
Mhm.
Ugh.
Did I win?
Yeah, you did great. Perfect. Nice job.
It hurts.
It hurts.
The initial bite is really good, but then it's the aftershock.
This Red Bull's not going to help.
There's
What it
vodka.
comes through.
Here you go.
Oh my god. It's not that bad. It's just, oh, hell. All right, let's go. Marvel, let's go. Come on.
You want to do Marvel?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's
Wasn't
do
so
it.
bad. That was pretty good.
I've got everything seasoned crackers.
Can you imagine though, in that show, they eat these things covered in the sauce,
Yeah.
and like, dude.
Okay.
That's the last dab. They don't eat it covered in that.
Yeah, all the wings are covered in the sauces,
I think.
and then
this one,
they always
that.
add a little dab.
That show, I love their show so
Yeah,
much.
it's a good
And
show.
I find it hilarious that Gordon Ramsay had to he was suffering
Oh, he
so much
lost
through
it.
it. And he lost it.
Yeah.
Guy Fieri didn't even drink milk.
Mhm.
He owned it. Guy Fieri did. I love Guy Fieri.
Triple
He's such
D.
a badass.
Jackass pour it in his mouth.
I think so.
Oh.
What's that?
No, that was Steve-O.
Steve-O?
Steve-O?
Yeah, Steve-O is from Jackass.
Oh, yeah. He poured it in his eye.
Oh my god! I believe it. Oh.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to start maybe a little easy here.
Okay.
And we might have to do some kind of bonus for this. Name all 6 Infinity Stones. I don't want like Tesseract. I want to know what, no, in general to the group.
I can do it.
I want all 6.
Together or separately?
Oh, no, that's just for one of you. So I guess I forgot to designate.
Oh, okay.
Jacob, do all 6.
I'll do it.
Okay, hang on. Spencer, at the end of Guardians 2, what is the character that they allude to?
Oh.
Okay. I guess I didn't check with you. Have you seen Captain America? Or not Captain America, but Captain Marvel? Because I have another question if you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Yes? The Captain Marvel's friend, the woman that she's behind, she has a nickname for her kid. The kid is also an adult in WandaVision. What is her nickname for that kid?
I'll go ahead and have my sauce.
I'll switch you if you want.
Yeah, you can switch if you like.
All right.
I have mine.
No. You can do mine. I know that one.
I'm probably not gonna be able to name the Infinity Stones either.
Well, you have a better chance.
Okay, I'll try that. I'll try the Infinity Stones.
Okay, if anything, I'll give you. You can give me 5 of them, and I'll let the 6
that's okay.
slide. Want 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Then we'll start here because you know it, and then we'll go with you.
Ow.
What do you got,
Everything hurts.
Jacob?
Oh, me?
Yes. What's yours?
Is it Lieutenant Troublemaker?
I'm gonna give it to you.
What is it?
I think it's just Lieutenant Trouble.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get it. Go
They
ahead.
allude to Adam Warlock.
Yes, they do.
Hell yeah.
All right, I think I got 5 so far. Was it like it's time, soul, mind, reality? Isn't the purple one power? Isn't it just straight up power?
Uh-huh.
And then the blue one. The blue one is it? Man, I don't know. I can't remember what the blue one is. You know what? Teleports. It comes from the Tesseract, doesn't it? Is it World Stone? No, that is not. I have no idea.
You remember? I'm still on the one I had earlier. You remember at the end of?
Oh my gosh! It came back. I coughed a little bit, and some of the heat came back up.
At the end of First Avenger, when Red Skull.
Yeah.
You remember what happens to him?
Yeah.
Where does he go?
Is it a teleport stone? No.
Where does he go? Where does it take him?
What does it take him?
know.
Where's he going?
I don't know. I don't know what you're getting at. I'm so lost. I can give you 5 of them. I don't know the blue one. I can't remember the blue one. What is it?
Space.
Oh, dang it. Of
Yeah.
course.
You were close.
Yeah.
Eat that nuggie.
Oh, man.
Do a tiny one though, because you got most of them.
Yeah.
Real small. There you go.
Yeah.
Poor Marshall. Yeah, all
Looks like-
3.
You did good.
Hey, this is not bad, though. I mean,
I'm still burning.
I thought this would be a lot worse. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm very hot inside right now.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like I'm sweating through my clothes. But, I mean, I'm surviving.
It's just not as visceral as we thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
Be a little
but
more hateful.
might.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to regret this tomorrow.
Yeah, probably.
We're
We go back to D&D.
All right.
Yeah, that was fun. Thanks, thanks, Craig. Thanks, Spencer.
Oh, are
for,
we done?
Our hot one.
We're done?
Stuff.
Those are all the questions?
We're not done.
All right, more.
Oh, we have more questions?
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah,
We're
man.
still going. All right, let's do this. I'm ready.
Okay. I have for you. Trying to figure out which one's the harder one.
You know why your
Okay.
clue was throwing me off? Because I was trying to think, what was the name of that world that he went to?
Oh.
And I was like, I don't remember the name of that world. So that doesn't help me. No, that doesn't.
Marshall, give
Yeah.
me in Stranger Things.
Okay.
Give me the name of the villain based on a D&D monster
TV, yeah.
of the second season.
Oh.
Ooh.
Spencer,
Haven't seen
I want the
it.
first season.
Oh.
Jacob, I need the third.
Okay, I can do it. It's the Mind Flayer. No, I'm
The
wrong.
Mind Flayer's in the second season.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch! I didn't watch season 3.
The
That's
Thessal
what it
Hydra.
was. What is it?
The Thessal Hydra.
The Thessal Hydra.
It's in the second
I
one.
should have watched season 3.
Spencer?
Demogorgon.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Son of a bitch.
I've only seen the. I know he
You want me to put it
throws
on
up
there
a
for you?
slug
No,
at the
it's
end.
You sure?
Yeah, no, I don't trust you.
I mean, I want to help you out, man.
No, I don't
You should have
want
known that,
to.
Jacob.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Put your D&D over here.
Where's
Okay.
that? You got that weak constitution? Can't handle that sauce?
Oh my god.
Cuts
It's
just
like only my
Let
tongue.
me take a little bit on my
Roll
cracker.
that d20, homie.
Little dip. There you go. Mm.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have a little project I'm working on myself right now, and I think I want to figure out how to make this in D&D. Like start making like sauces you can do, make ingredients. It'd be fun.
That's a great idea.
Be a little store, be like Turk's haberdashery.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, this one wasn't so bad.
Lord of the Rings.
All the rings. it delays, man. Right? It comes in
Yes.
later.
I have one more for Lord of the Rings. Okay. I want. Let me get that up first.
Yeah, it's still in my mouth. Like as long as I don't breathe, I'm fine. You know?
Marshall, in Lord of the Rings, how many rings were given to the dwarves? Spencer, how many to men? How many to elves? And I want their names from you.
Which elves?
Yeah.
Oh, I
She
know.
knows this! Fuck you!
Here, I'll take what happens to the men after that.
Oh.
I want that too.
You want to go first?
Want to go first?
Okay.
You need a second.
3.
Yes.
Galadriel. Elrond's cousin. I don't know his fucking name.
They both die.
I know. It's one of them Celeborn. And fuck. I can't remember. I can't remember the third one. Who are they?
You got the other one wrong too. It's not. And I think it's Celeborn.
Oh, really?
That's Galadriel's husband. It's Gil-galad. I think it's in Galadriel, and then what's his name? I think it starts with an E.
Really?
Yeah, but both of them die.
Yeah, and they get passed to Elrond and to Gandalf.
And then Elrond and another guy, and then that gets
And then
passed
that
to
guy
Gandalf.
goes to Gandalf.
And I might be wrong. I don't know what the third one's name is. I know it's Gil-galad and Galadriel.
I had it, but then my
you're good.
iPad closed. The tab was in. I believe you're correct though,
And
from
then
what I
the third
remember.
one is something with an E, I think. But
Yes.
I don't know. I think
Okay.
it's not Eleanor. That's Sam's daughter's name. Whenever you're ready, Craig.
Go ahead.
There were 9 given to men,
Yes,
and they became the ring wraiths.
true. What is the leader's name?
Oh.
Ha!
His name?
Yes. And give me
His
his
name or
title
his
too.
title? The Witch King.
What's his name?
Oh. I have no
His
idea.
name has been lost. forever.
Witch King Steve.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know his name.
Witch King?
Of
Oh,
Oh.
it is of Agmar. Excuse me. Should have said where he was from.
Should I do a little dabby?
Yeah, you should do a little
Do a
dab.
little
Yeah,
dab.
just a solidarity.
Yeah.
Just give me a little one on this chip.
I did a little one on the chip and it hurt.
That stuff is
work?
lingering
Okay.
in my mouth. Like I can feel like pockets of it in like my
Yeah.
In your
here.
tongue?
It's just like
yeah.
It's at the roof for
Okay.
me.
Oh, how much of a big
Marshall.
one?
all right. I'm gonna say
How many to the
5.
dwarves?
5 to the dwarves.
7.
7.
I knew
I
that
knew
one.
it was 7. I
7.
knew it was 7
7.
because I didn't know.
7.
7. 7.
That's all I have.
No. Dang. Well, I'm
For,
glad I earned a lot of points in the nerd world.
Lord of the Rings.
Good job.
Yeah.
You got one right.
Yeah, I did. I got one right. I'll stand tall on that one. I put way too much.
My nose is running. Oh, fuck. All right.
Ooh, a nugget.
Here we go.
Wash it down.
Oh, I just swallowed like
Are we done?
something.
Is my pain over?
I still have more if you want, but you
Oh
can be
my
done if you want to be
God.
done.
You want to do some of these?
Some of these?
You want to do some of those?
Okay,
And
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
come back
do
to
that.
this?
I'm doing a real small one, guys. Okay,
I've been doing, man.
Ooh.
What's the timer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Man, and it's so tricky because I'm eating it now and I'm like, I don't taste it at all. This is fine.
And
And
then-
then it like flares up.
Yeah.
Want this?
Put it on a cracker. Where are your hands?
Put it on the cracker. Put it on the
Where's
cracker.
your hand?
I feel like
There you go.
this stuff works like Dragon Breath would work. You know, like you
The
drink
stuff?
it and you wouldn't feel it. Yeah, you wouldn't feel the potion at all. And then like a minute later, go, oh my gosh.
Pop enough acid.
Oh yeah, let's answer questions while we have spicy food in our mouth. Oh, I'm drooling everywhere. I don't handle spicy food well. I just want to point that out. I did not grow up with it because my mom does not like spicy food at all. So,
My mom
Didn't
ate
grow up with it.
spicy food every day that I was in her womb,
wow.
and it is all I've eaten all of my life.
Okay, so Dubmill1 asks, how can crossed out do you help new players with their crossed out character creation without overwhelming them?
How do you
help new characters? How do you help new players with character creation without overwhelming them? It's a good question.
Good question.
So I think that not only should you just let them do whatever they want to do, but I think a good portion of it is, oh my god, is involved with knowing the person, obviously. Mm-hmm. So if helping out my sister with a character is going to be way different than helping out you if you were new. First of all, you kind of need to know the person, but I think the biggest thing overall is you don't want to overwhelm them. You do not want to overwhelm new players with all of the cool information and fun facts that you know, and especially fun facts. People know that, like, oh yeah, you don't overwhelm them with rules, but don't overwhelm them with like, oh yeah, I had a character that did this once and I had and all the stories of your games. Don't fucking do that. Make it, let them enjoy it and figure out what it is, and don't bombard them with all this info.
And you can't over explain either. You can't be like, okay, well, if you do choose magic, realize you're going to have to manage your spell slots, and if you don't use those every single day, it's like, dude, don't over explain. Don't over explain all that. I'll be honest, I feel like I treat, when I work with new characters or a new player, I feel like I treat it the same every single time. I dumb it down to the basics. I go like, imagine have you ever seen Lord of the Rings? Like most of the time they go, yeah. I'm like, all right, imagine you're in that world. Mm-hmm. What would you want to do? Would you want to be fighting with swords? Would you want to shoot bows? Mm-hmm. Or do you think magic would be really cool? Mm-hmm. And I'll just like make it the basics. And go, well, I think magic's pretty cool. I'm like, all right, well, let's start looking at magic players. Yeah. Do you think it's cool to have like nature magic? Would you want to be like casting spells and doing damage? And I always feel like I just dumb it down.
And I think a really good portion of it is reminding this new person that it's about the limits of your imagination. Yeah. That's really what it is. And that there are rules, but I mean, they're to abide by, not to follow very strictly.
After that, I just let them describe whatever thing they would be in Lord of the Rings. And then using my own knowledge, I'll go, okay, well, then that sounds like you'd be this class. Yeah. Well, then it sounds like you would be this thing. Mm-hmm. And then shape it for them, I think.
Yeah. What about you?
Mm-hmm. I agree with what both of you said. And after you kind of explain a little bit of what everything kind of is, they go, oh, well, it's like this thing. Can I do that? Or, oh, a wizard? Can I play like Harry Potter? Or, oh, can I be like Gandalf? And you go, oh, well, here's how we can make this work for what your idea is. Never just go, oh, well, it's more like this thing over here. And just don't overcomplicate.
Exactly.
I think for a game like D&D, because it is so massive and complex, this may sound like a simple rule, but I think the number one rule is just like never telling somebody they're wrong. Mm-hmm. Like, don't ever make them feel stupid or dumb. Be like, that's not what that is. It's actually this. It's like,
so Harry Potter would actually be a sorcerer and not a wizard.
It like just making you just reframe it. You go, okay, cool. If that's what you want, then we can do it this way. Yeah. And it's like, okay, cool. And like, they don't need to be corrected. Let their imagination run wild. That's awesome.
Definitely. Yeah, totally. I think new players can get really overwhelmed sometimes because the game's really big and people have a lot they want to say. And if you just kind of keep that to a little bit of a minimum, I think people will find their own way. They may not be super comfortable playing the game at first because it is a little weird, but I mean, they'll find their place in it. They'll find their foot.
Was the question in character creation or just new players in general?
How do you help new players with character creation without overwhelming them? Yeah. And really it's exactly what you said. Yeah. Got another one over here. All right, the spicy is going away. It's going away. I feel it leaving.
I'm finding new pockets that are
I got one in the back of my tongue right now. It's kind of hanging out there. Colin Tuhi at Colin Tuhi1 asks, do you have any homebrew that's become popular, so popular that it's now a staple in any game? And also, I have another one on here. It's a cool double-sided post-it note. So we'll get to the second one in a second, but I'll read it. Let's say. Any homebrew that's so popular that it's become a staple in every game. I think Cardic Inspiration is definitely one of them, where we always, like, I forget about it sometimes, but you guys will always be like, do I have cards? And it's like,
where are my cards?
I'll do the cards. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, you can go, I have a video on my channel where you can, I talk about my 21 homebrews that I rule for my game. It's in there. It's like, we have a deck of cards, pass them out, and every player gets one. And you can add it to any roll or any other person's roll if you want to. And it's like King, Jack, and Queen is +10. Mm-hmm. Aces are crits, and all of the number value cards are their number value. Mm-hmm. Sucks to draw two.
I don't think I have any homebrew stuff that I've put in.
Really?
I don't think so. I mean, like I've written some new adventures, but like we haven't really played them very much at all, so it's hard to say.
Yeah. Well, maybe there is, and it's just become a staple that we don't even realize that it's technically homebrew. Wow. What about that, huh? What is something you just play with every single game that may not be a part of the rules?
I don't know. It's tough. I don't know if I do a lot of like homebrew rules for like how the game runs. I do like, because I'm a pretty I want to say like OG. I like just the original rules of the game. Even when we play my games, I'm usually like inspiration is what it is in Player's Handbook. Let's stick to the advantage thing.
Mm-hmm.
You like to put like magic items and like,
I like creating
like stuff to put into the world
new
and not
items.
really like rules.
Mm-hmm.
I've made a few spells that are in like your game specifically, but
Those on audio, I moved Spencer's mic more towards her mouth.
Yeah, I've made a few spells. Colton used one the other day in our Thursday game, and I was like, "That's the first time someone used my spell."
Yeah. I think we still just homebrew stealth weird, not the way that you're supposed to, and I think we all just accept it and we just go with it.
Yeah.
How so?
I think in the normal game, in the regular game, like stealth isn't something you can always do.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we all have Skyrim brain, so we just think, oh yeah, you just go like this and you can just stealth.
As soon as you crouch, no one can see you.
Basically, if a creature can perceive you, you can't just disappear without going invisible. You have to have some form of obscurity, and obscurity is anything that blocks vision. So, fog, a wall, anything like that that could cause you to be obscured. Then you can stealth, but even then, all it does is give you advantage on your attack roll. It doesn't make the enemy go, there's nobody over there now. If anything, all really you should be rolling stealth for is like if I'm being loud while moving around a place. But like when it comes to sight, it's like if you can see the person, you can see them.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's homebrew? I feel like the Player's Handbook describes like if a creature can see you, you can't stealth. Like if
I'm saying we play like that. We go.
Yeah.
I know I'm perfectly in view of this guy over here. Can I stealth anyways? Yeah, why not?
It's like,
disappear.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work anyway at all. You know what we do though, and I do include this in my games, and you did it. You started it. Is the Attunement Rule. Like instead of an hour of attunement to an item, it's just like it's 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
it's an action to attune and then 10 minutes to unattune.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's fun
like that.
to get a magic item to be like, what is this? I'm going to tune to it and be like, you have to short rest. And it's like, okay, that's obnoxious.
I also like the trade-off way more with that, because if it takes an hour to attune to something, then usually what players will do is they're like, we'll just go into town, we'll find out what it is, and then we'll figure out if we want it. But I like the temptation of like, it's only an action, because you could be in a dungeon, find something, you're going to go fight a monster, and you're like, well, I'm just go ahead and attune to this and get it. And it's like, that could be cursed, and you didn't know, and now you're screwed. And so like I like that there's a temptation element.
Yeah, I think that's what they were trying to alleviate, because I think in previous editions, you I don't maybe in 3.5, because I don't remember this until we got to 5e, but it didn't you could attune to a bajillion items, or I don't even know if attuning was a thing. But I know everybody's screaming at me right now. I know I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Hey, Craig, why don't you thanks. But I think they did the hour thing because you could alleviate players just switching out items whenever they wanted. Yeah. So now it's an hour, so you have to think about it. But I think in turn what it did is players just don't attune to items. They just go, okay, cool. And it's like, oh, but I wanted you to use it. Oh,
so, yeah, exactly. Because like it's gonna take an hour of our time. We're in the middle of a dungeon. I'm not gonna take the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, I like that it still costs something though, because I do like that trade-off of like, we don't want to just empower players to just keep switching items out. But when you're saying, hey, it costs you an action, then that's awesome in combat, because then you're like, man, I don't want to waste my whole turn just to switch items out. Yeah. Then,
but it's also not an hour, it's only 10 minutes. So even if you are full up on slots, you still have to unattune from something, which takes 10 minutes. But it's only 10 minutes, not an hour. So you can just attune to that next thing. Basically, you can't do it in combat. That's all it is.
That's really all it is. And that's what I like. It's like you can't. Yeah. And that would make sense.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What I found is that you cannot attune to an item in 3.5. Essentially, what magic item you have, you can wield. I do not know about third or fourth yet.
Oh, no. Well, 3.5 isn't a whole
fourth different. Seems to be 3 as well.
Okay. Yeah, 3 and 3.5 are not much different, if not for a few lines of text. So, yeah. All right. Good question. Oh, there was a
That's a good
second.
question.
What? Sorry, what's
I
that?
want more cursed items in D&D.
Dude, cursed items are cool.
We've only ever run across one.
Just go dungeon diving in some of my games.
Yeah, I bet.
You'll find some stuff.
Yeah.
Here you
She's
go.
like, she's like,
There's items all over there. Go check them out.
Marshall's like, I found this on Pinterest.
I found this on Pinterest. Isn't this cool? I love how my friends are like, I found these recipes on Pinterest. I'm like, I found a magic item on
I
Pinterest.
found a cursed magic item.
Pinterest did
Will
wonders
eat your
for D&D.
soul if you don't feed it.
Dude,
things.
it did. They have a
Dude,
oh man,
it's Pinterest is so
amazing
great.
selection of stuff.
Yeah,
So
I used to
cool.
be like, ew, Pinterest, but and then it has so much cool art and D&D stuff on it. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Mysterious Watts asks, what most excites you about getting to in-person games? So much.
Body language.
Yes.
Yeah.
Being able to read people's faces is easier too. You know, I know you can see your face on Zoom, which does help, but I mean, sometimes I don't really know exactly how you're feeling or what you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Also, quick wit. You can't do quick wit
Yeah, you
on
can't.
goddamn Zoom. It's all slow. You just have to say things, but like when we're in person, it can be like and it can
The
be
back
real
and
fast.
forth is
Yeah,
way better,
exactly.
way
The back
better.
and forth is so much better.
I like. I really.
Hang on, I gotta reset the camera. It just
Okay.
turned off. Sorry, guys. We're in darkness. And what were we saying?
I don't. What were we talking about?
Body language?
Body
language. Oh, being in-person games.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also really loved. Man, dang it! I just had a thought and I forgot what it was. You might say like planning behind your back, like nudging to other like players and being like, "Hey, we should go do this thing."
That you can't do that on
you can't
Zoom.
do that on Zoom.
You
I
can
can't-
message each other, but it's lame.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Or just like your players role playing, going behind someone's back. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of fun to do that. And
Mm-hmm.
but you can't.
Oh
do
my
any of
god,
that.
if we do that on the Thursday game, you guys will be like, I'm like, what? You guys are like, nothing.
Don't worry
And we're
about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. It's also so annoying when you say something and it's kind of supposed to be sort of subtle and in person it's like, oh, maybe I didn't hear that, maybe I did. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, there's some subtlety there, some what's the word I'm looking for? Nuance,
Subtext?
just some nuance or subtext. Yes, but on Zoom it's like, huh? Sorry, you didn't pick up. What'd you say? Oh, you were being subtle. Oh, you were being subtle.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, I now recognize, and then it's no longer.
It's
subtle.
more, and to me, it's more the annoyance of just on Zoom, the whole like everyone talks over each other and you keep resetting, and then there's a long pause, and then you try to talk, and everyone talks over each other again. And it's like, dude, how many times are we gonna reset?
Yeah.
And we need to have like you have the talking icon or whatever, you know.
For real.
In person, like I miss seeing people's rolls, like when they roll their dice, and you're like, ooh, dude,
Yes.
is that a one? Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Like that was so much more fun. It's so much more fun.
There's some advantages to playing online. Like, I like how quickly combat can go online because the dice rolls are so quick now. So,
Yeah.
like, our tomb fights would be so slow if they were in person. They would. They're like double as fast as which is online. But I mean, role play and the other 90% of the game is so much more fun. So I'm really looking forward to seeing people's faces again. And going like, I know how you feel now. So yeah. All right. Let's do the final round.
The
We
final
got one
round.
The
more.
final round.
The last melon.
It just left my mouth and it's gonna come back.
I know.
We got
I'm ready.
Marvel.
Okay. No, I only have D&D left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is
Alright,
the last
alright,
one's for
let's do
D&D.
this.
Oh,
Let's do it.
Okay.
this my mic keeps-
Marshall,
Yes.
name me an AL race or subclass that is now in a core D&D book.
Oh, what?
An AL race
What's that?
Adventure League.
Oh.
I'm sorry. UA. Unearthed
UA.
Arcana.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Apologize.
I have no idea
That's
what
the
that
other D&D
is.
thing. Unearthed Arcana race or subclass. And where is it now officially? In what book? Jacob,
Oh.
how many D&D 5th edition published books are there?
Oh my God.
Only in hardback, so not talking about Minds of Fandelver or the other one in the starter.
Okay.
The
Okay.
Published
minus the
books.
starters. Okay.
Spencer,
Uh-huh.
name me the highest CR Devil and Demon Lord. You can Devil, Archdevil, or
Archdevil.
Demon Lord.
Okay.
I'll go last.
I have
Mine's
my
gonna be real long.
guesses.
I have my list.
Yeah, mine are pure guesses.
Archdevil, Asmodeus, Demon Lord, Orcus.
Orcus is correct. But as of Avernus, Zariel is now 26. She is now the
Asmodeus
highest.
does not have a stat block.
He doesn't?
No,
You sure?
I'm sure he doesn't. Maybe in an old edition, but not in 5e. He doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
But Orcus was right.
Yes.
Nice. Hey, you got Orcus.
Both are CR26.
Whoa!
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Nug.
My queen.
Nug.
Nug.
I'll do half a nug.
I feel like I should know this,
Okay.
but and I'm probably gonna be wrong. But wasn't Artificer started in UA?
It is, but it's a class.
What?
It's a class.
No, you said
I said
race and
race
class.
or class.
Race or class.
Race or class.
Race or class,
Oh,
so
I
yes.
didn't want me to do both. I was like,
No,
oh,
you don't have to. Race
oh, yeah,
or.
Artificer started in UA, didn't it? And then now it's an official official class.
In
What book is it in?
It's in the last.
Yeah.
You know what book it's in? Come on, you know what book it's in.
I want full title.
Oh.
Full title.
Full title.
I know.
Xanthar's Guide to Everything. I don't know, dude. I don't know. What do you mean I know it is?
You should know what it is.
Why?
All right.
I mean, I already got it wrong, right? I mean, it's not Xanthar's. It's
It's Eberron.
Oh, I was gonna say
Eberron.
Eberron. But then you said full title, and I was like, I don't.
Eberron
Is that a full
Rising
title?
from the Last War.
That's the name of the
Oh,
that's the
I was
full
gonna
title.
guess Eberron. I was like, oh, it's an Eberron for sure. And then you're like full title, and I was like, full title? It's just Eberron, isn't it?
No,
I didn't know
for
the full.
Last War.
That.
You want a
There's
second?
been other Eberron books.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Mega list. Ready for this?
Mhm.
All right. I can maybe do it in chronological order, but
Hand me the sauce.
that's just gonna help me think. All right, so we've got the player's handbook, we've got the monster manual, we've got the dungeon master's guide, and then we've got let's do source books. I can do source books, and then I can do adventures. Okay, so those three: Xanathar's Guide to Everything, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. I don't know if you're counting this, but there's the Elemental Evil Player's Companion, but that's not a book. That's part of the Elemental Evil's adventure.
I mean, it's a book though.
Yeah, there's also the. I think that's where we are with source, at least just rules. Rules. Hang on. Hang on.
Give me that pen back real fast so I can start marking them off.
Okay.
Do it again for me.
I've got Player's Handbook, Monster Manual, Dungeon Master's Guide, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, Volo's Guide to Monsters, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Then we've got I can do this. Let's go campaign settings. Eberron Rising from the Last War. Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. Oh man,
This is waves.
this is really I don't want to do it. I
That's
can do
last
this.
nugs for you.
Yeah, it's all, dude.
Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. Got Eberron. We're gonna have Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. Sorry. Mythic Odysseys of Theros.
Was he doing naming all the books?
All the books.
Mhm.
Oh.
I wanted a number, but he's naming them to get that number.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay.
There's another campaign setting. I'm trying to think of where it's from. No, I think I'm good there. I'm gonna go adventures.
Okay.
Let's just see if I might find them along the way. Tyranny of Dragons. Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Burp was spicy.
It hurts.
Curse
right?
of Strahd. Tomb of Annihilation.
Burns the nose hairs.
What's the elemental evil one called? It's the elemental one. The elements. The princes of the apocalypse. Out of the Abyss. Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I got Tomb, right?
You did
Tomb of
Tomb
Annihilation. Ghost of Saltmarsh. Tales from the Yawning Portal. I don't think that's it. I think I'm still missing one.
I don't know about the games, but I know a book that you are missing.
Whoa, this is hard.
Whoa.
Sorry, guys. Dead air, because I'm trying to think.
And I want to fill the dead air, but I'm like, I don't want to distract you from thinking.
Oh, no. I'm crestfallen. I'm
crestfallen.
Freaking Jeff Goldblum. Oh, Icewind Dale. Rime of the Frost Maiden. Almost forgot. That has to be it. Oh, and then we've got the Fiendish Folios. That's not published. Hunt for the Thessal Hydra, which is Stranger Things. Rick and Morty versus Dungeons and Dragons. We've also got Acquisitions Incorporated, and that's what I was missing?
No.
What?
No.
Were you just pointing like I was about to get one?
Yeah.
And what the hell? There's another one?
Unless Craig didn't count it, I think there's another one.
I'll have you know that I also didn't count Rick or Morty because it's not in official published.
Is it not?
I mean, it's theirs, but it's not in like a core of their anthology.
What am I missing? What am I missing? I got Eberron. I know I'm missing one. It's been in the back of my mind. Holy crap.
I feel like Wizards of the Coast should reach out to like Hooked on Phonics. They're like demonstrating like we can teach kids to read. Look at this guy. He has just read so many books.
This poor little kid. He's so stupid, and look at all he books to read.
Oh.
We're doing a good thing for this world.
I feel like Jacob's joked around about like I didn't read a single book when I was in high school and they told me to, and now it's like
now he's reading all these textbooks.
Like, look at all these textbooks I've read.
Mm-hmm. You are right. Oh my god, I'm so upset if I can't remember what this is. Storm King's Thunder! Storm King's Thunder! Am I still missing one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch! Okay,
He was so excited.
Okay.
You guys.
I got Storm King's Thunder. Hang on.
Maybe 2. I don't know if I
Two?
heard one or not.
2.
Still missing 2.
I think 2.
Okay.
Can I see?
Player's Handbook.
You can try.
I can try.
I've marked all
I've
of
got
them
all the
now.
source ones. With the
So
monster
here,
books.
I'll tell you what he's
I got
missing.
The monster books. I got the DM's guide. I got Xanathar's guide. I've got all those. Tyranny of Dragons. Rise of Tiamat. Does that count?
I gave you for Rise of Tiamat because Tyranny
Rise of
counts.
Tiamat.
Yes.
Horde of the Dragon Queen. Curse of Strahd, Ghost of Saltmarsh, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, Waterdeep Dungeons of Mad Mage. Descent into Avernus. Storm King's Thunder. Icewind Dale. I'm thinking of Lost Mines of Phandelver. There's also
So is that 3 he needs?
Dragon of Icespire Peak.
Mm-hmm.
Icespire Peak, right?
You got that one.
Yeah. Oh my! Explorer's Guide to Wildmount.
There's one.
Damn it! I'm so sorry, Matthew Mercer. And there's one more.
2.
Two more still.
Yeah, you're naming. You're dancing around them. I don't blame you for one.
Really?
I don't blame
The
you
one
for
that
one.
I knew?
Yeah, yeah. I don't blame you for one
Oh man.
because no one does.
Except for her, apparently.
Yeah, it's probably true.
I feel like that's fitting.
Yeah.
Like,
It has something in it that I like.
Did you hear
Spencer would
him?
be the one to be
Did you
like-
hear him say the first one I wrote down? Just to be sure.
I don't think so.
I didn't think so either.
didn't.
Okay, I just want to make sure
didn't know that
I'm
one.
not cheating people out of a nugget with spicy on it.
Got Theros.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Got Ravnica.
he did.
I got Descent into Avernus, Tyranny of Dragons, Xanathar's Guide.
Would you like a hint?
Yes, give me a hint.
One of these I would classify as a resource book that came out very recently,
Okay.
and the other one is also a resource book. I would say it's a guide that came out not so recently.
Very long time.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Man, I'm just forgetting one.
You're missing one almost exactly in the middle or in the beginning, about
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same lengths either side.
Yeah. And they're both research. They're not adventures. They're source books.
The newer one could be.
Oh, what the?
Similar to Ghost of Saltmarsh.
Can't tell if you actually
Candlekeep.
Yeah. There's one more.
Just one.
I can't. I don't know. Ah. Okay. Hang on. Okay, hang on.
You have a minute 13.
The camera stopped.
Oh.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm so. All right, I gotta fix the camera. Hang on. We're still on. All right. We're still here. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
He went to everyone's head already. Melted.
Okay. All right. Deleted everything. Not everything. Just what we needed. Okay. I'm so sorry, Craig. This is gonna be a monster to edit.
Don't worry about it. You're so close.
I got Volos, right? Got Mordenkainen's, Xanathar's, Yawning Portal. Right? Yawning Portal.
Don't look at me.
Eberron, Ravnica, Wildmount.
At this rate, it's
middle?
no longer about a number. It's just figuring out this one now.
No,
Yeah, that's right. The number no longer matters.
It's.
Let's get this last one.
I
Name
can-
this one 5th edition D&D book that no
I
one
can
can
give you
name.
one more.
I know one thing that it is not Spelljammer.
Oh, Craig quits.
I quit.
What?
I can give you one more hint if these two allow it.
Do it.
Yeah, might as well.
Philip's paladin subclass is in this book.
Sword Coast Adventures, guys.
There you go.
Just eat that nugget without the sauce.
Good job.
Yeah,
good
there you
job,
go.
good
A
job.
treat.
That's your treat.
Well done. Well done.
That's all she wrote. Great job.
That was pretty good.
That was
impressive, actually.
Wow, that was
By my
That was
counting,
really good.
hard.
counting Van Richten's, 27.
Wow.
And you named more on top of that.
Oh wow.
That was pretty good,
Well,
man. That was
see?
impressive. Very impressive.
Thanks. It's I don't know. Yeah. I've fully read most of them, not all of them. I
Not
don't
the
think I've
Sword
ever
Coast?
touched Elemental Evil, whatever that one. I can't remember.
Princes
full
of the
name it.
Apocalypse?
Princes of the Apocalypse.
Yeah, we don't own that one. It's not on our shelf.
Yeah.
You know what is on our shelf?
What?
Sword Coast Adventures guide.
That is, yeah. Well, the book sucks. So
Hey!
it does. It's real poopy.
The art's real bad.
The art is real bad. It's not very great, to be honest. It has a couple spells in there, and subclass it's pretty nice, but that's like it. So yeah.
That's the one area I'm weak in the most. I haven't explored those books very much at
Really?
all. Like, I
They're
mean,
real good.
as much as I play with you guys, or as much as I love D&D, I have just not dived into the other books a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty much the only one that like, hey man, check out this new book, and I'll be like, all right, cool, this is really awesome, and it gives me ideas. But like,
Yeah.
I've never even played any of those ventures all the way through. We always start them. We started Chris Strahd. I don't know how many times I've started that game,
Yeah.
and we've never finished it.
Yeah.
But they're fun.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
cool.
Yep. Yeah, I like the pre-writtens a lot.
Yeah.
Man, my tummy kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, my tummy kind of hurts too.
I feel fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Feel
I mean,
good?
I'm not sure how it'll go tomorrow, but I mean, we'll find out. That sauce is that's pretty intense stuff.
Very tasty, actually.
Yep.
It did taste good. That's the thing. It actually did taste good. It's just, man, it spreads and it's hot.
Wanna try
And
it?
No,
Oh.
absolutely
sure?
not. No.
it's not that bad. I mean,
Do I have to? That'll ruin me.
There's no more nuggets. You're
I
I also have no more
I feel like we
questions,
should have a
so-
question for.
Do you have more questions?
No.
Oh,
No.
you're out of
I'm
questions.
out of questions.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
Do you have a question for him? I think we should ask him a
I
question.
had a question for Craig.
Yeah.
All right.
If you have one that I don't know, I will eat a chip.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
I have
If
one.
I think off the top of my head.
Oh, no. I
D&D
think it might
one?
be too easy.
Sure.
All right.
About Lord.
Name every
Another 20 minutes later.
Uno reverse card.
What are these?
Or a Lord of the Rings
I
one?
have a Lord of the Rings one.
Is opening an umbrella a positive or negative?
I guess you all can
Kidding.
get one, I guess. That's right. If you want to ask me one,
Then
you
I'll
can
have
get one.
questions.
Okay.
You know what?
Huh?
Get that fireball.
The fireball?
me that
Oh,
fireball.
not
I'll
the
finish
But
it.
that's for the
fireball.
party, Craig.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's
For
true.
the
Okay,
party.
for context, we have this really old out of the D&D Heroes Feast book, there's a recipe for homemade like Fireball whiskey. And
cool.
I made it was pretty good. I put too much chili in it.
Oh, you told me about this.
It's super spicy.
Yeah, you said it was really
and
rough.
Craig, for no reason at all, made it his mission to drink all of it.
It's bear mace and like a
I
shot
just want to let
glass.
you know, I made it in December.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's still a little left, and he's got to finish it.
It's like Dog the Bounty Hunter coming in and getting you. Every time I'm like, there he is, the bear mace again.
Every time I clean out the cupboard, I'm like, there it is.
What's every class that can cast Fireball?
Oh, that's a question.
Jacob's like, what is every class?
He's gotta look it up.
I'm just double checking. I want to make sure he's right.
Wizard.
Okay.
Are you
Got
sure?
one.
Technically a bard because it can steal it.
Okay.
I feel like a paladin can. There's a certain one that might be able to do that.
Okay. I got it right here.
It's tough. That's a
I
tough
think
question.
I don't know if the wildfire druid gets it. I feel like there's a meme that they don't get it, and that's so I'm going to say no to druid.
Okay, you're right. You are right.
Sorcerer.
Okay. Here, not counting bard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you don't
6,
and you don't need to name the subclasses.
Whoa.
You name all 6.
Does an Eldritch Knight get it?
No.
Oof, I don't know if I know.
You got sorcerer and wizard. Oh, sorry, not 6. Sorry, 5. It's only 5.
Okay.
Not
Saw
counting
2.
not counting bard.
Yeah, 2 subclasses from
Okay.
one class.
Sorcerer, wizard, not bard. Artificer.
Yes. Artillerist, artificer.
2 more.
Yep. And these are the only 2 guesses you get.
Does it count by casting the spell? Are we talking like monks doing like the weird burning hands ability? The monk.
Okay. And
God, did I already say the paladin? I feel like there's a paladin that can. I'm gonna be really upset once I forget. We'll say warlock.
warlock is correct. Monk is not.
Oh,
It was cleric light domain.
wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Learn something every day. Give me that chip and hurt me.
Yeah.
The cracker?
Give me that chip and hurt me.
There's also those chips right there.
Yeah, I'll take a cracker. Okay. Thank you.
It's a very experimental, strange podcast episode, but I mean, I liked it. It was good.
Yeah,
It
it's
was a good
pretty
time.
What was the experimental part?
We've never done something like this before.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is awesome. I love this. This is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we need to do more
It's
games
fun.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is fun.
totally. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, give a little sniff. Yeah,
I know,
disgusting.
right?
Next
Um,
podcast,
My belly button lit right
it'll
there.
just be me and you playing Trivial Pursuit.
Oh, it's too much, Craig. It's too much.
Oh, dude.
Craig, no.
I don't do hot either.
All right, all right.
Oh, you went right on the tongue.
He went butter side down.
Oh my gosh.
Give me a
I thought
little
it's a
scream of pain. You okay?
I thought it's a cracker. It should be easier.
No, it's dry.
All
Oh,
of the water left in my mouth. So
Yeah.
it's barren.
Dude, my lips right now, I keep licking them because they're so dry right now.
Oh,
Yeah, right?
remember that feeling when Thanos like gets snapped and he sits down and he just drifts away.
That's what happened to Thanos.
Oh.
And that's what's happening in this podcast right now.
yeah.
We end.
Oh my gosh, man.
It's turned into a patience on my gums.
Right, I told you, it goes in the gums. It's horrible.
All right, we have to end the podcast quickly before he dies.
Yeah.
All right. That's see it. Bye.
Bye.